to in elementary school. What a perfect location to place a haunted house. Probably not.
Welcome back, my spooky little beans. I have big news. I was just at the Ohio Haunters Association meeting today. Yes. I was invited out. And I was informed by Scott. He is the owner of Distracted in Bowling Green, and that's where the meeting took place. And it's 3 hours. Apparently my cat got locked in my office the whole time. As you can see from the evidence, some of it's been fixed, some of it hasn't. So he tore down the garland, some bulbs, you know how cats are, and I felt bad. He was in here. Didn't know he got his way in here. I just felt the need to mention that. I had a blast at the OHA meeting, and there were a lot of people. I feel like I'm gonna keep repeating myself because I'm like a chihuahua, and like I have a lot of trouble talking to people. Like, it's easy to write letters, it's easy to kind of do videos. Even then I struggle, but I struggle with talking, and my legs were shaking really bad when I was trying to make conversation. It took all of my courage to just talk to people, and I'm really hyper focused on haunts, so it's easy. So once I get to talking after a few minutes, it gets easier. But my legs, I was sweating, and like my legs were shaking like a damn chihuahua, and I feel like I'm gonna have like a social hangover after this. Like, it happens, but it was still a lot of fun, and I'm glad I did, because I got to talk with and like meet just a lot of different people in the haunt industry, primarily haunt owners, and some of which I've been to their haunts, some of which I haven't. I got to meet the owners of Scare Factor. Oh my god, I saw them at Deranged for media night when I was invited out, but I didn't know they were like the owners of Scare Factor since, like, what did they say, 2013 I believe is when they bought Scare Factor. Like, oh my god, they were so nice. They had wonderful stories. We got to swap. I'm sure I was annoying. I don't know when the hell to shut up. Okay. I just kind of talk, and I talk, and I can't read social cues. I have no ability. I can't read facial expressions. It's like a mystery to me. So I'm so sorry if any of you see this and you're like, god damn, she didn't shut up. I'm so sorry. I try. I go to therapy for this. There's something doesn't connect. I suck at social situations, and I'm really trying over the years. And 2024, going out and doing all these haunts and like writing the letters was the first year I've like really went out, because I want to know. So I like talking about this. I just get really nervous, and this was such like a good opportunity, like, to converse and I guess network technically with the people. And then also for you, it took place in Bowling Green at Distracted Haunted House, so that we got to go through Distracted without the actors, without everything, because some stuff was still, torn down. Got to see some of the progress in, like, especially one of the new rooms that they're making. They tore down, they're kind of developing it. I have a hair in my mouth. Cat hair is a wonderful, having animals is wonderful. I love them dearly. But yeah, I got some videos, I got a couple pictures, and they had, so listening to everyone talk about like their haunt and like some of their ideas, and just I got to meet the owner of Dent Schoolhouse and the people who work there. And like, if you guys know, like back on my old channel Scalpels, that is now a gaming channel, like I did a review in 2018 of this Dent Schoolhouse, and it's like by far one of the most impressive haunts that I have been to, and I love them. And it also made me realize, at the Ohio Haunters Association meeting, I realized that I go to Michigan haunted houses too much. Ohio has the most haunted houses, and I 2024 I only went to 2 haunts in Ohio, Distracted and Kester's, and I have been to more in Ohio. I've been to quite a few, but I've realized there's so many, especially in the last 3 years, that I haven't been to, I didn't know about, and I have to go to more. And oh no, me, the haunt lover, has to go to more haunted houses. If you don't like this mic, if you want to see my mouth move more, I am saving up for once. Don't you worry, I will have this sock. I'll have an actual mic that won't be in the fucking screen. It'll be great. I'm sorry for cursing. It'll be great, but you'll have to wait. I am saving. But yeah, I got to meet so many. They're all wonderful. they're all like me. Like, I have a skeleton in the backseat of a car that I drive around. He's buckled in. He's safe. But it just made me realize, like, I need to go to more Ohio haunts. Ohio is where I live. This is where I should be. I am involved with Ohio Haunted House, and I should really get to know more about that, because I've been to so many Michigan haunted houses, and I'm just like, oh, this makes me feel a little bad. But, like, I've also been as far as Cincinnati for the Dent Schoolhouse, and I want to go back again this year. I'm hoping to save up the money, because I'll definitely need a hotel. You know, for ticket cost, gas cost, I can pack food. I don't care. I will not have to go out to eat at all if it means I can go back to the Dent Schoolhouse. And I just, like, because, like, 2024, I was lucky that, you know, everyone who I wrote letters to invited me out. They also were very, very, very generous in allowing us free admission for their haunts, and that was very generous. But I'm not expecting that. I never asked for it, and I don't want to expect it, and that's why I was like, I want to make sure I save up. But the fact they did that, like, that's so nice. That's so nice. I felt like they need to give back. So for a lot of them, like, I try to buy merch. Now I know some of the haunts, like, they run out of merch. That does happen. Unfortunately, it happens. So I'm just kind of stuck. Like, I don't want to, like, buy a 2X shirt because I'm a small. So unfortunately that happens, but if I can, I try to give back if they give me free admission by buying merch. Also, because I love haunted house merch. Can you tell? I'm wearing Eloise hoodie, Distracted Haunted House. I've had other types of merch. Some even sell underwear. I would know because I own some of it. And it's like, I love beanies. Those are primarily beanies, and hoodies are what I love the most. I even have a hoodie from that schoolhouse. Unfortunately, it's been since 2018, and I have worn the hell out of it, and it's running ragged. It is like coming into tatters at the ends. So unfortunately, that's seen the last of its days. It's very unfortunate, but you know what? That just means I have to go back and get another one. And I've heard they have a Midway. They have a whole Midway now where the slaughter yard was, and I'm so happy because I didn't really enjoy the slaughterhouse very much. However, I loved the hell out of that schoolhouse, and I can't wait to see the Midway because just the line area was gorgeous. And if they did that, I can't wait to see what they did with the Midway. I'm hoping there's a lot of fun, like games. I know they have escape rooms, and I love mini escape rooms and full-fledged escape rooms, so they have me sold there. And I'm talking so much about Dent. I haven't even talked. There's so many other haunts that were there, guys. There's quite a few haunts that also weren't there. But you know, if any, I also introduced the Ohio Haunters Association. Is to strengthen the haunt industry in Ohio. And they have a Facebook page that you can look them up. Just look under Ohio Haunters Association on Facebook, and it's build relationships and support the communities in the haunt industry. They want to share love of Halloween, the haunted house industry in a positive way, and so like everyone like us and future generations can enjoy it. It's also a way to network and also ask questions. If there's something going on, you can network with other people who work in the haunts and other owners about like things like insurance, which was brought up as becoming a problem, especially for corn mazes and cornfields. It's becoming a real problem to get insurance, because that's a thing you have to have. It's still technically like a business. And some of the ones that I want to talk about, also I keep, all of you who know me, I keep a color-coded Excel spreadsheet of haunted houses that I've been to and the ones I want to go to in the future. And I'm just finding out that the OHA has a haunt list online on their Facebook page, and I'm like, this is going to take away all the work that I have for Ohio, at least for the Ohio. It's going to take away all the work I don't need to do anymore. I can just print that off or just save it on my computer, and I can look it up, and that's amazing. And if all of you, one of you are in Ohio or go to Ohio frequently for haunted houses, just go to the Ohio Haunters Association on Facebook. They have their haunt list on there. Yes, I'm talking fast. I'm trying to slow down. That's why I'm trying to repeat some things. I just want to make sure it's understood. I am so excited. And I already knew about the Cleveland Haunt Club. I am on their Facebook page. They have a lot of awesome things on there as well. There is Halloween in July that we realized. I mean, if you're in Ohio especially, there's haunted stuff all over the place. Apparently in like Chicago, there's the Midwest Haunters Convention. I didn't know about that. I knew about the Trans World, and these are like things that are huge and on my bucket list to go to one day when I'm healthy enough and financially stable enough to go. I'm excited for the future. I really am. And then there's haunts I didn't know about. Like I said, I'm more involved in Michigan apparently, and I feel bad because there's these I love smaller time haunts. These are the ones that, like, you see the bigger haunts. Where do you think they started? They start small, guys. Most of them start like small, and this is so exciting. I want to help them grow in any way I can, and just like seeing all the love and dedication that goes into this. These people are very passionate about the haunt industry and about their own haunted houses and about other people's haunted houses. They want to help each other and network, and that's what this is all about. And I think I found my people. And I know I'm like, I hope I didn't like talk their ear off, offend them by talking too much. I try my best. I try, but I have to rely on tone of voice to pick up anything. And if they're not picking up like anything, like, oh, they're tired, then I'm not gonna know. I don't know about body expression and facial expressions. I don't know, guys. I hope I made a good impression. I hope they know that I'm just overly excited. I know I'm a weirdo. I know. But yeah, some of the haunts that were there, I tried to write all of them down. Even the ones that I already knew about, I tried to write down, right? And I'm looking forward to contacting them for this season to go out and, I don't know, maybe record. I don't know. I got some, like, I would love just to go out there and review, but if they also allow me to get any sort of footage and talk with the workers or interview the owners, oh, I would love to. Especially the ones that I wasn't able to make it out to this year, which for Ohio was like all but two. Unfortunately, I only went to Kester's Tis the Season and Distracted. And again, the owner, Scott, Distracted, he downplays his haunt. Distracted is very good. A lot of people are going to look at a mall haunt and be like, oh, how good can it really be? But Distracted is going to redefine that for you. If any of you have been to like the early 2000s, like mall haunts that were, just kind of like finding the ground. But a lot of times they all share very similar traits, and Distracted is just like, oh no, you're it's literally the namesake. You're going to be distracted like constantly. There's things going on everywhere, and it doesn't have fog, which is always really like interesting. Most haunted houses have like a fog to some extent, but this is zero fog. So and they make up for it though. They make up for it. Some of the haunted house groups, teams that were there, I felt like an oddball because I'm not really affiliated with the haunted house. Like I kind of am with Distracted, but I'm not like employed by them or anything, and I'm not really truly a volunteer. They're allowing me to come out and film some of the progress. So like it's more of like we're working together, but like they're allowing me this great privilege is really what it is. So I'm just a haunt enthusiast being given these amazing privileges, and I just really want to return the favor by giving back in any way, shape, or form that I can, especially, which is limited because I suffer from chronic illnesses and social situations. But some of the haunts that were there were like J&J Field of Screams in Shelby, Ohio, which I need to go see because that is my name. That is my name. When I wasn't being called Boney Maroney, because being super skinny, it was called my actual name, or Skeleton Bell, because that's also similar, because, yeah. Boney Maroney turned into Skeleton Bell. It was really stupid, I know. But yeah, so there's J&J Field of Screams, that was Shelby, Ohio. There's Carnage Haunted House. There's Spookery. There's Hell's Dungeon, Akron Haunted Schoolhouse, Fear Columbus, Field of Fear. I've been to Field of Fear. Panic at the Pines, been there too. Dent Schoolhouse, we just talked about it. Kester's Tis the Season, been there. Forsaken Forest, which I think is technically in Indiana, but they're kind of been integrated into the Ohio Haunters Association. Can't wait to go there. The Haunted Hoorah, the Lewisburg Haunted Caves. My mom has been wanting me to go there. It is a drive. I do want to go, but I'm also definitely afraid of caves and anything associated with caves. So there's that. The Mohican Haunted Schoolhouse. Man, I spelled that wrong. I assume that's by Mohican National Park. I assume that's where I've been hiking before there. So that beautiful area. Haunted Town Hall in Lafayette. Scary on Sherry. The Hammer Brothers Haunted Circus in Waynesfield, Ohio. Blood Prison, that's Mansfield Prison for anyone who's not aware. There's the Haunted Armory, the Haunted Hydro, and I believe that's all the ones I wrote down. There might have been more there. Obviously, there's more haunted houses in Ohio than that. These are just the ones that attended. Like I said, there's a lot of people. I mean, just for Field of Fear alone, I think there was like 8 people there from there. I didn't get the chance to speak with them. It was towards the end when I saw them. I was too nervous and burnt out, and like at that point, sweaty and like shaking like a damn chihuahua. So like, I was tired, and it was a wonderful time. And if you get the chance to attend something like this, I just want to show, like, through the footage that I've been getting, I've been working with Distracted. I've now had 2 days worth of footage working with them at the haunt and on a offsite location that they're working with for an event, and I will be showing that footage hopefully off in the next week or two. I do need to finish editing, and I need to get approval from Scott to make sure I'm showing not too much, you know. I don't want to give away too much, but I want to show off the process, the love behind these haunted houses. Guys, these haunt owners are so easy is weird to say because it's coming from me, and I like am really bad with social situations. However, I still feel like, at least for someone like me who also has like a super big hyper fixation to the max about how the haunted house industry and haunted houses as a whole and Halloween. That's why Creepy Christmas is back here instead of just Halloween. So there's my tree is covered in puppets and Halloween stuff. I don't know, I can't stay on track for anything, but they're easy to talk to, and honestly very informative. If you have questions about the industry at all, or even specific haunted houses, you can be pointed to there. Scare Factor is also another fun one to talk to, and at least the owners were very personal to talk to. They had a lot of similar stories. Some of them were similar stories to us. I don't know how they have the energy to do like so many in one night, honestly. But again, you know what? Everyone has different energy levels, and I applaud them for being able to do what they're doing, because honestly, amazing work, and I am happy just to be a haunted house independent reviewer. I am so excited to keep doing this and hopefully eventually improve some of my equipment, like this mic with the sock on it, to make it sound better. I just want to emphasize that there'll be more videos coming out very soon. I have to work on them. I had some flare-ups that I got a little bit behind on. You can see my animals coming in here. Here they come. Here they come. This is all the road to Halloween, and then I will be hitting up as many haunted houses as I physically and financially can. This is my aspiration in life, and in 2024, I'm like, it's been such a weird several years. The worst they can say is no. The worst they can say is no. And I've been through so much with my health and other things that have gone on the last couple of years, and I'm like, what's there to lose at this point? Like, I might as well try. Like, I'm gonna step out of my like my comfort level and just try to see if I can go to these haunted houses, and if they will let me interview them and get footage. And you know what, the amount of them that got back to me, and then we're just like, yeah, you can come out and the tickets are gonna be free, or it's a media night, so like we're expecting you to take footage. It's like all of them, every single one of them were so generous. I want to make sure that's prevalent, and I had a fun time at, like, I mean, I'll say all of them. I mean, obviously like they're, you know, one of them was a little bit not quite as, you know, as good, but we had a lot of actors yelling at us about, because they weren't given the memo that we were allowed to film, and one of them kind of came off a little violently, and that kind of didn't help the night with enjoying it. I will say that made it a little bit I don't know, made it kind of like real fear. Like a haunted house, you expect to be scared, but you don't expect someone who gets mad because you're filming and you have permission to film that they're willing to do violence on you. So like that was scary. But I mean, for the most part, that aside, we had a blast this season, and I mean, this is a love. I would do it regardless. Like if I'm not, you know, yeah, it doesn't, I mean, the fact that, I don't know what I'm trying to say here anymore. It's just like, I'm going to continue doing this. I do plan on doing my wrap up for 2024. I'm discussing like who was the most intense haunt, and who was the most family friendly, who was the most not family friendly, stuff like that. And overall, like what I thought for the haunts that I went to was the best for 2024. I look forward to doing that, and I look forward to seeing any comments you guys want to post. I'll try to read them, and let me know, what did you go to any haunted houses this year? Do you do any of these conventions? Are you part of like a state's like haunters association? I don't know what other states might call them, but are you part of a haunters association that networks with haunted houses? Are you a worker? Are you behind the scenes? Any of that, let me know. I'd be so like happy to talk to anyone about that, or leave comments. I'd be happy to read them. Just let me know. I'm so sorry, that was supposed to be turned off. I don't know why Streamlabs still manages to pop up no matter what. Just ignore it, that's my Twitch channel. I don't know why I make weird noises. Okay, guys. I will see you in like a week or maybe less. I will post another video. Thank you for watching. As always, this horrible little gremlin in my head is always happy that anyone talks to me. That sounded so bad. I'm sorry.